Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm a little bummed out that there's no baseball tonight. The Yankees and the Phillies was obviously postponed, as I mentioned earlier, and as I'm sure you've seen. For a while this season, or for a while today, it looked like the season was in jeopardy. But apparently the owners and the players and the folks involved, the powers at be, held a meeting, and baseball's on. Apparently they planned for this type of thing. That's why you have a 60-man taxi squad. And pardon me drinking on camera. I never do this type of podcast or discussion where I'm just riffing, and I've never tried it where I'm. Oh, somebody just got jacked one. Oh, Zanino. Yeah, he's got some power. He came up with the M's. Mike Zanino. And Fultonavich is nasty too. He has a nasty slider. I'll break down some of it if they start after this home run. But anyway, I've never done one of these where I'm just watching a game and recording, and I thought I'd see how it go, test out the technology. Maybe I could do a couple of these Yankees post-game shows this way where I actually record my thoughts during the game as I'm watching the game. It makes it more fun and easier for me to record. So, yeah, I mean, I'm bummed about the whole game being canceled tonight, but on the bright side, it looks like we're still going to have a season. One thing that worries me is that the Phillies were all exposed yesterday, and they may not test positive tomorrow, but they might be positive. The question is, is somebody who has it and tests negative also able to spread it? I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I just want everybody to be healthy. Baseball, at the end of the day, is a game. It's for entertainment. I get that it's a huge multi-billion-dollar business, but it's not worth people's lives. But MLB must feel like, this situation can be controlled, or otherwise they wouldn't be risking it. There were calls for Rob Manfred to resign today. Ugh, this is just a mess. It's just a mess. I heard some talk about how teams might not make up games that are canceled by COVID, and that not everybody will play 60 games, and that instead of going by win-loss record, they'll go by winning percentage, which is what happened in 1981 after the players' strike, because teams had different amounts of games played. So I don't know how many of you were around for the 1994 strike. That was the last time we didn't have a World Series. I was just 11 years old. I do remember the day that they went on strike. We had gone to the game the day before. My dad used to take us all down to Yankee Stadium, usually late in the year. Usually the Yankees were already out of it at that point in my life, late September sometime. But that year we went in August, and I remember we stood outside to watch the players coming in, and they were all in a terrible mood. Like, nobody stopped to sign autographs. Don Mattingly signed a couple. He's my favorite player of all time. I remember he was wearing this red and black Jordan Bulls jumpsuit, and I was like, that's not how I figured Don Mattingly from Indiana to dress. I don't know. I expected like overalls and a hayseed, hat or something. I don't know. Guy was living in Manhattan for 10 years at that point, but I was a kid. Who knows? But anyway, I really think that Major League Baseball is just doing their best to not get somebody killed and to avoid lawsuits, but still trying to bring America's pastime in a time when we really need it. And I think we're about to have basically another massive lockdown in this country because, rates are going up. It's spreading kind of out of control. I mean, you got 12 guys on one team with it, and they're going to spread it to one or two people each. There's something called the R naught, and that is how many people that the infected person spreads it to. And I think for COVID, it's about 1. So those 12 people are going to affect another 12 people. Let's say they don't affect 12 because people are being extra cautious. Let's say they infect 8. Well, now instead of 12 people, you got 20 people sick, and then those 8 spread it to let's say 6 or 5 more people. That's how these things spread, and you don't know you're spreading it. That's what makes this so tough. And I get that there's a lot of fear. Eduardo Ramirez from the Red Sox, he apparently has a heart issue and has inflammation in his ticker after getting COVID. that's not something anybody wants to talk about, is the lasting effects of this thing. I'm worried because my wife is a teacher, and right now they're talking about sending kids back to school, sending teachers back to school. Oh, kids can't spread it. Kids can spread it. Who knows? I don't want my wife to get sick, and if my wife gets sick, I don't want to get sick. Nobody wants to get sick to something for which there is no cure, no vaccine. So I get it. There's a lot of anxiety. Right now, it looks like they're going to continue to try and play baseball. But if you see one or two more teams have an incident like the Marlins had, then I think you might see the season get postponed or canceled or whatever. So what do you guys think of this format? Obviously, we've got a commercial on right now, but I was thinking about recording some of the post-game shows like during the game, so that way I could put the game on and just talk over it, and then just upload it afterwards. I won't get any ad revenue from it, but I'm not in this for the Skrilla, as they say in rap music. Speaking of rap music, I've been listening to a lot of Logic lately. I'm big on rap music, and I'm really bummed that guy is retiring because his new album was tremendous. So anyway, what do I have lined up tonight since there is no baseball? Well, other than scouting the Braves and the Tampa Bay Rays, I thought I would give Avengers Endgame another watch. I was actually at Avengers Infinity War the night that Jordan Montgomery tore his elbow ligament and had to get Tommy John surgery. And I remember going home. I always go back and watch the game if I have to miss it. I'll go back and watch it afterwards on DVR recording. And I remember I got the alert on my phone that Montgomery left with an elbow injury, and I just couldn't watch it. I was like, ugh, I can't even watch this game. I think that was the night that Gary Sanchez hit a home run to center field off of Brian Giles. And Brian Giles, or not, what, it was Ken Giles. Is it Ken Giles? Yeah, for the Astros. And Ken Giles punched himself in the face on the way out. Man, that was crazy. So anyway, yeah, it's a slow night when there's baseball going on, but the Yankees are not a part of it. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow against the Phillies. Hopefully they will have that game. I've heard some rumblings that one may be canceled as well. But the Yankees play the Red Sox this weekend in, where is it? In New York. They go to the Bronx. Actually, the Phillies come to the Bronx first. The Yankees and Phillies should just go right to the Bronx. Right? Just go up to the Bronx. I'm sure the people in the Bronx are like, no, keep them out of here. We just got over that. But anyway, I just wanted to hop on and talk a little baseball tonight. No category here. Man, the Rays have some nasty pitching too. Oh, so, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you on the flip side.